Alright, so I'm bored. I don't feel like playing a video game right now. So I'm just going to go through my digital movie collection that is now currently useless. PlayStation stopped their video app, their movie app, quite a while ago. And um, so I'm stuck with all these. I mean, as long as they don't take them away ever, everything's good. But I got a lot of great stuff on here. A lot of the stuff I bought on Blu-ray just to make sure I always have it. I don't trust digital. Censor, that is one that I made sure I bought on Blu-ray. I fucking love Censor. Great movie. You have no idea how bad my eyesight is. I gotta squint to see some of this stuff. Cliffhanger, fun little, you know, Sylvester Stallone action movie from the early 90s. It was whatever. It was fun. It was fine. The Wretched, I like that movie. That was a fun little horror movie that came out like 2 years ago, if I remember right. Dracula. Well, everybody knows Coppola's Dracula. Keanu Reeves giving his greatest performance. Which one is this? What the fuck is that? One sec. Beautiful Girls. Okay, yeah, I like that movie a lot. I do. I actually love that movie. Awesome soundtrack. Has Pete Droge in it doing a sound or doing some music, I think. It has Rosie O'Donnell in it doing a bit, which kind of drags it down a lot. But a lot of great actors. It also has like a weird side plot where what's his name? Timothy something. He is, kind of a character actor, I guess. Had like a romantic relationship with a Natalie Portman, an obviously underage Natalie Portman in the movie. That was weird, but otherwise, I like that movie a lot. It was a great movie. Yeah, we'll just keep fucking moving down the line. I don't give a fuck. We'll talk about all of them. Waxwork. I don't remember anything about it. The Monster. Awesome movie. I recommend it to everybody. I fucking love that goddamn movie, dude. It's creature feature, but more character study. And a lot of character growth, especially involving the mother. She goes from a useless junkie to a real mom. And that's why I like that movie so much. Come True is the next one. I'm not moving this thing around right. Come True, a lot of great, cool imagery, interesting story. I love that one as well. The next one is Call the Conqueror. I bought that movie. Check it out. It's a good one. What's this one that's not showing up? I don't know. There's like an empty box here. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. There's a couple empty boxes. They better not be stealing my movies, goddammit. Possessors, cool. That was David Cronenberg's son's like big movie. Not his first, but it was awesome. I love Possessor. There's one sequence in that movie that is Sticks with me to this day. Incredible. The Dark and the Wicked. I always try to watch that movie and I fall asleep. Very boring, but great atmosphere and visuals. I don't know. It looks great and it feels great, but everything is wrong. It is a very boring, shitty movie. The Hunted, great movie. About a man wrongfully accused of pedophilia. Mads Mikkelsen, great actor. What does that say? Nightbreed. Nightbreed, that's, Clive Barker. Clive Barker movie. I think that's the director's cut that I bought. Worth a watch. Nah. I did not finish watching One Cut of the Dead. I made it halfway through, and I kind of seen what the plot twist was. I know what the movie turns into, like, halfway through, but I never finished it. I might have to do that. So I watched that, or whatever. Ready or Not, that's pretty good. Hansel and Gretel, Gretel and Hansel. Very good movie. I like that one a lot. I buy a lot of... You're going to notice... I skipped to the top. You're going to notice that I say that I like a lot of these movies, and that's because I try to buy movies that I like and not shit. Like Doctor Sleep, great movie. I love Doctor Sleep. Now we have fucking... This is why they shut the app down, I think. They didn't have a good way of separating special features from the... they had no way of separating shit, so it was all a big mess. It all sucked. I was not happy with the way that they handled this app. And it's just funny looking at it now. But yeah, Logan was alright. Joker was whatever. The Lighthouse. Jesus Christ, The Lighthouse. I'm sorry, my brain's wandering, and so is my hand, and is pointing at the ceiling. The Lighthouse, great movie. Fucking recommend it to everybody, dude. The Lighthouse. What's his name? Edwards, Batman's greatest performance, I think. And of course, Defoe, the man. One of my favorite movies ever, actually. The Lighthouse. That's probably in my top 30, top 40 or 30 favorite movies ever made. I don't actually sort that shit, so It is a piece of crap. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, great Tarantino movie. The Lion King, I watched, the important scene, and I thought it was okay, and I didn't bother with the rest of it. Fuck that movie. John Wick is decent action movie. Overrated. Crawl, underrated movie. Crawl is great. Crawl is awesome. If you haven't seen Crawl, Crawl, it's funny. Now that I see that shit, it makes me think back to Rehab. Like, at Rehab, I don't know how they got a hold of all those movies, but we had like a stash of movies that we could choose from, and we had movie nights, and I seen Crawl, and me being me, I was like, yo, we're fucking watching that fucking movie. And everybody hated it. Everybody hated it. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers? Like, I get we're all addicts, but that movie is good. Crawl is great. I love Crawl. If you don't like Crawl, there's something wrong with you. Marvel shit, cape shit, a lot of cape shit. Ooh. I didn't hate the Pet Sematary remake. It was okay. That one I actually watched in the theater. It was fine. Wasn't terrible. Wasn't great. Kong was better than expected. Yeah, the Happy Death Day for You movies, whatever. This one was something about wrestling. I don't remember it at all. This was Tom Berenger. I don't remember it. Wishmaster, kind of a. I've always thought of Wishmaster as like a poor man's Pinhead. Really? That movie did not age well at all. And a lot of the stuff you're gonna see a lot of stuff that I don't remember at all. Like this is whatever. There's gonna be a lot of cape shit I just don't care about. What's that one? This one I may have never actually watched. I don't even know what that is. Green Book was a Oscar, white guilt film. Hey, did you know that white people enslaved black people a while ago? You should hate yourself. Watch this movie. It's really good. Creed, don't give a fuck. Overlord was pretty good. That actually has Kurt Russell's son in it. Something about Mary Classic. Classic. Underrated horror movie. This one I'd never watched. Suspiria remake was okay. Halloween. I don't know which Halloween that is. I mean, if it's the original, cool. I don't know which one it is. This one never watched. This was okay. Which one is that? That's Predator. Clearly, I can't tell which one it is. Predator. The Predator. Oh, God. Get it away. Terrible. That is actually the worst Predator movie. The Predator. By far. Nothing comes close. AVP. It makes AVP look like a fucking masterpiece, dude. Hereditary was pretty good. Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible. Fallout. I think that was the latest one. I didn't like it as much as the one before that. Whatever the one before that was, I liked that more. Yeah, oh my God. Okay, here's a recommendation for you. You see that one that I'm pointed on right now? Can I zoom in on that? Like just right there. Just that one right there. Brawl in Cell Block 99. One of the greatest films ever made of all time. Fuck anybody who has a problem with that. Great film. Mandy, really good movie. Basically Hellraiser, but Nick Cage doing his thing. It was a fun movie. And it had a little bit of heavy metal, like the movie heavy metal, like some animation style shit in there. Mandy was interesting. I liked Mandy. I'm just like literally going through here, man. Like whatever. Apocalypse Now, everybody knows what that is. I like Deadpool 2, Sicario 2. That is Sicario 2, I believe. Day of the Soul. Yep, that's Sicario 2. Didn't like it very much. The first Sicario, masterpiece. I love the first Sicario. What else we got? Gremlins. Everybody knows what Gremlins is. Game Night was whatever. Tell you whatever. Super Troopers 2. I do not remember. Blocker. A lot of shit that I don't remember. Annihilation is a masterpiece. I love Annihilation. Annihilation, I believe, is one of the best science fiction horror films of the 21st century. It's up there. I don't think there's many things that compete with Annihilation. You know, there's the bear sequence, the sequence at the end when she meets the alien. A lot of great stuff in Annihilation. Great, interesting characters. Yeah, I fucking love Annihilation. I got nothing bad to say about it. Quiet Place, whatever. Tomb Raider, whatever. Black Panther. Terrifier. Everybody knows I'm a fan of the Terrifier movies. A lot of gore. Torture porn. If you're not into it, then you're not into it. What else is there? Nothing worth talking about. They Live. Everybody knows what They Live is. That's one of the Star Wars things. I, Tonya. Downsizing. I like that director, but that movie was not memorable. But I like that director. Phantom Thread was like a big fucking Oscar. Jesus Christ. Somehow I started all the way at the top. Phantom Thread. I'm sorry if you can see my wiener. Is my wiener hanging out? If it's hanging out, you know, I can whip it out and like start playing with it for you if you want. Phantom Thread was supposed to be like a what do you call it? Like a big Oscar thing. Nobody remembers it or knows what it is. I never watched it. I never watched this movie. I want to because it has Robert De Niro in it. Everybody likes Robert De Niro. Bridge Over the River Kwai. Everybody knows what that is. The Disaster Artist or whatever. It was fine. Lady Bird was whatever. I like this movie quite a bit. Three Billboards, Ebbing, Missouri. Yeah, I like that movie quite a bit. It's got some good actors in it, and it's a cool story. Oh my god. Okay, this is going to be the longest video I've ever made if we keep going. I'm going to stop shortly after this, but we got to talk about there's a long... Jesus Christ. Fuck. We gotta talk about Under Siege 2. I don't know. Is there a lot to talk about? Everybody knows that Steven Seagal is a fraud at this point, but this is one of those movies that I grew up with and I worshipped when I was a little kid. Man, even knowing, like, I don't give a fuck that Steven Seagal is a fraud and a fat piece of shit. Like, this movie still means a lot to me. It always will mean a lot to me. I'm never going to let Under Siege 2 go. I love this movie. And it also, this is... I don't know if it's Basil Poledouris' last score. It was one of his last scores. And Basil Poledouris was the one who did the score for Conan the Barbarian. So, Under Siege 2, very overlooked film. Its score was done by one of the best to ever do it. One of the greatest of all time. Fun action movie. Very fun action movie. I fucking love Under Siege 2. But you know, people won't agree. What about Bob? Hilarious Bill Murray movie, love it. Florida Projects, good movie. That also has William Dafoe in it. This movie was about firefighters. It had Thanos, the guy who played Thanos. I can't think of his name. This was a Richard Linklater movie. It was okay. I think it's got Bryan Cranston, Steve Carell, and Lawrence Fishburne in it. I'm like squinting super hard to see this shit. I think this is the original Happy Death Day. Better than the second one. I'll say that much. I like Blade Runner 2 quite a bit. It sucks. This movie sucks. I don't give a fuck about Christopher Nolan's movies, really. Oh my god. Kershaw. If you have ever suffered from any addiction, or I think, me personally, I think Kershaw is one of the most powerful movies I've ever seen. It's up there with like Fire Walk with Me. Kershaw is something else, but it's not for everybody. That movie, very important. Wind River, I love that movie. That's from the writer who did Sicario. I can't remember. I'm not sure if he directed this one or just wrote it. But, you know, it's the Sicario guy and Hell or High Water guy. Really good movie. Really good movie. Chucky, we all know what that is. Cape shit. Ghost Story. Biggest waste of money ever. I hate that movie. I hope it dies. Baby Driver was supposed to be the... I'm starting to get lazy and rush through this stuff. Fuck Baby Driver, I don't care. It Comes at Night. That was okay. Wonder Woman was okay. Pet Sematary 2 was okay. These are all okay. I don't buy a lot of bad movies. Alien Covenant was whatever. Michael Fassbender was the best part of those movies. Oh look, Samurai Cop, arguably one of the greatest movies ever made. Yeah, there's a Michael Keaton movie. Split, The Void. Cool if you like, am I even pointing the phone at the screen at this point? Very good. You know. If you know, you know. I don't feel like I have to tell people about a lot of this shit. If you're watching this, you probably know most of this, unless you're a retard. Ed Wood. Rival was good. Suicide Squad was garbage. This is the reason right here why this fucking app died, dude. Because they just combined the special features in with your library, so it would be like bloated. It would be bloated with garbage, like a huge joke. Don't Breathe was good. There's Hell or High Water. I talked about that. I mentioned that earlier when I was talking about Wind River. That writer director is fucking solid as hell. There's Star Trek. Look at this. This is why this app died. These are all special features in the library, dude. You had to sort through all this. Look at all these special features. It's so bad. Hateful Eight, I like that movie quite a bit. About Schmidt, that's an Alexander Payne film. Alexander Payne is actually one of my favorite directors. He made Election with Matthew Broderick? I think that's his name. He did Election. about Schmidt is great. He also made Nebraska. Yeah, a lot of great shit. Look up his stuff. Sling Blade. Everybody knows what Sling Blade is. Good Will Hunting. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Foxcatcher Can Suck My Dick. That movie was whatever. This is another Alexander Payne film. The Descendants. Very good movie. Starring George Clooney. That's one of his lesser movies, I think. But still very good and worth watching. What's the next one? Shutter Island. It's whatever. Sicario. Sicario is the bomb, dude. And there's Blade Runner, Birdman. Winter's Bone. Winter's Bone is one that sticks with me. Stuck with me. It has stuck with me for a long time because of that Appalachian lifestyle. I like it. It has a atmosphere that is uncomparable. Winter's Bone does. And it's real. Semi-real, I guess. I mean, some of it might be slightly exaggerated, but you watch documentaries about people that live in that region, and it's semi-realistic. I love that movie a lot. I like that area a lot. I would not mind living in that area at all. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, good ass movie. Gone Baby Gone, good ass movie. Me Earl and the Blind Girl, that's about cancer. Oh, there's Mulholland Drive, we talked about that. Shame, great movie. Before Trilogy, all great movies. If you ain't seen all these three movies,